Hi guys, welcome back. So Australia get the job done, 30 points to 28. England make the score respectable at the end, but it doesn't tell the story. I'm not going to do a full match report because I've just come off a live stream, so I'm just going to kind of summarise my feelings about the game, have a look back at the recording of the live stream for all my extra comments on there, and please do join me again next time when I do it again. I'll try and do it next week, and certainly the week after if I can for the finale, but that was good fun. Thanks for everyone who joined me for the live stream. So, first of all, at the beginning of the game, Australia have been hit pretty hard. Cooper's out, O'Connor has to come into the bench, Loloseu starts, and Loloseu actually I don't think played particularly well, and also Australia played the majority of the game with 14 men. A red card for Swain, it was a headbutt on Hill. Hill had pulled his hair, which is pretty despicable, but you can't retaliate with a headbutt. So really from that point, England should be walking this game. Okay, now Australia, let's talk about Australia. They played very direct, very simple, and it's exactly how Dave Rennie said they'd play. They picked those Brumby forwards, so kind of unsurprising. But to start with, you thought, is it going to be good enough? But when they did go direct and they got some offloads in, they caused England all sorts of problems. Then they had some pace out wide and some power in the backs, and they scored some tries, which England did not. The likes of Karevi, Corambetti, Pataya, England didn't have those players certainly to start with. Now, England's new attacking system, we've heard so much about it, and because England had plenty of good possession in this game, we saw plenty of it. Now it moves side to side, it has Marcus Smith out the back. What it does do though is it creates chances, but you need some power, you need some pace to make the most of those chances. They went through great phases. I thought their forwards carried well. I thought England's forwards actually played pretty well, full stop actually. But the backs don't have the pace and power to convert. Farrell at 12 offers nothing as a running threat. Marchant was quiet. Thokanasiga and Noel worked hard, and Noel did pretty well, but neither has extreme pace, neither does Stewart. So what are you going to do? So England absolutely had to score at some point in that first half at least. Curry went straight through on a great break, and really Marchant should have scored, but a fantastic tackle from Corambetti, who was awesome all game, to be honest. What a player he is coming back from Japan. That made a difference for sure. So yeah, if England are going to play that system, we need to see the power and pace in there in the back line to see if the system works, because we don't know if it works yet, which is for sure. England's set piece, I thought looked pretty decent. The line out on the scrum, I was pretty happy. It was only at the end the scrum fell away a little bit. Genge was playing great, but Eddie took him off. No idea why he took him off. I'm not saying Mako's a bad player, but he was playing great. Hill was playing great. Took him off for Chesham. No idea. Bad calls. Ludlam had to come on for Curry and played really well. So that was good stuff for Ludlam, but that wasn't a call. And then he left all the backs replacements to the last minute. Arundel comes on and just busts through 2 tackles, in and out on Karevi to score. Phenomenal stuff. Nearly scores again off an inside ball, but he got only given 7 minutes to show what he could do, and he did it. Why on earth didn't he come on earlier? He's got to start next game, surely. Anyway, Australia, down to 14 men, stuck in there, worked hard, went direct. Their defence as well was very good. What I liked about their defence is they knew when to stand off and when to go in for the turnover. Hooper especially was phenomenal. Samu came on, did really well. England's penalties again cost them some silly penalties that were so obvious. Atoje again, a little bit of a culprit. So that's a problem, absolutely a problem. At the end there, Van Poortvliet scores as well to bring the score back to 2 points to say what should have been. And England completely blew this. Let's say this how it is. England blew this. This wasn't a great performance from Australia, but they dug in, they did the hard yards, a few offloads, a few good finishes was good enough. England, pretty dreadful to be honest, pretty dreadful. They need to play a lot better in game 2. They need to make some selection changes to the backs. I mean, Farrell stayed on for the whole game. I'm not sure exactly what he offered. Sure, he pushes them around the field okay, but he offers 0 threat in attack. It was a bit embarrassing. I think they're going to have to try Porter, to be honest. They can absolutely have to start Arundel, probably Arundel and Noel maybe, who did pretty well. Forwards-wise, I'll probably keep it as it is actually. Maybe Billy carried well, but he was just slow, and we know he's fairly slow. If Curry's okay, I'd go back to my original selection, and I'd have Ludlam at 8 and Curry at 7. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of that game. Eddie Jones, is he in trouble? I don't think so at all. I think he's safe till the World Cup. Is this system, this so-called new attacking system, destined to fail no matter who's in possession of the ball, who's selected? What is for sure is it does leave England fairly exposed in the ruck to the counter ruck, because it moves around so much from side to side. Sometimes you do have just a few players to ruck other players. For example, Smith and Stewart attacked down the short side, and it was only Stewart there to ruck, and he wasn't even expecting to ruck. So I'm not sure about this system. I'm not sure about the selection. England playing against 14 men for most of the game should have wrapped up this game easily against a fairly okay but straightforward basic Australian team. If England were playing New Zealand, for example, I think they would have been absolutely creamed. So yeah, I don't think this was a good performance. They deserved to lose. What are they going to do to turn it around? Well, they definitely need to sort out the selection. I'm not convinced by this new system, but let's see. Can they come back and win in game 2? I think they've got the tools to do it, and that would set it up very nicely for the finale. But can Australia get the job done in game 2? All those comments below. There's going to be a lot. I'll catch you next time.